Hi. In today's digital era, online shopping has become an essential part of everyday life, offering convenience, variety, and accessibility to consumers worldwide. This project presents the development of a web store designed to meet modern e commerce needs. The goal is to create a user friendly, responsive, and secure platform where users can browse, search, and purchase products seamlessly. Alright, now to start off, of course, you can pick the language you prefer. It could be English, Turkish, Arabic, whatever language you prefer. And then you start by creating your own account. Now, to create your account, first you need to click on the sign up or register a new user button. And then you enter your details that include your first name, last name, email address, and your password. And ensure to fill the reCAPTCHA to sign up. Just like that, after filling all the details, you can finally set your password and move on to the next step. Click on Create Account. All you have to do next is click OK to complete your task, and you are ready to start off. It's important to mention that if you already have an account, you can just log in by entering your email and password. Alright, then you start by picking the language you prefer and the currency you want to use. And then all you have to do is to know more about the homepage. Now, regarding the homepage, after logging in, click on your profile to view or edit it. The most recently viewed product will be visible in the most viewed today. You can become a subscriber by entering your email. You can follow us on social media also. To visit the homepage, click on the homepage. To know more about us, click on About Us. To contact with us, click on Contact Us. To search product, go to the search bar and type the product that you want. To view the cart, click on the cart button. You can browse all the products and all the available categories, and you can also use the voice search to facilitate the process of moving between the products selected by you, and to enable the process of moving between pages and products, going as quickly as possible to the selected product. Now you can also change the settings according to what you prefer. You can change the currency, the delivery method, the appearance of your theme. You can do whatever change you prefer. Now, you can also browse products, and let me tell you more about browsing products. Use the search bar or navigate through categories to find products. Click on a product to view its details, including description, price, images, and even reviews. Alright, let me show you more into this. First, you can pick your category. It could be like headsets, PCs, screens, whatever you prefer. And then you can scroll and look at all the products available if you're not interested in a certain category. And this is how things work. Now, let me show you more into this. Okay, here I'm showing you the big variety of things that this website offers. It can range from clothing to equipment to any sort of thing that you're interested in. And you can notice there is like ratings on it and the price according to the currency you prefer. Now here I'm going to show you picking a category. For example, you can pick a gaming category, you can pick all books, or you can pick all of them actually. And just like now, you can scroll through and find something maybe you're interested in. Alright, for example, let's say this wireless Bluetooth headphones. We can see the price, we can see the rating, we even have a product description. Of course, further information is shown regarding the product. Now let's talk about adding an item to cart. First, you pick the quantity, how many do you need, and then you click on Add to Cart. A confirmation message will appear and the item will be added to your cart, just like shown on my screen. You get also information about shipping, and you can read customer reviews as well regarding the product that you picked. Now let's say that you find a product, for example, your brother, your sister, someone you know might need, you can share the product by, for example, copying the link, sharing via WhatsApp, Facebook, whatever platform. Now, of course, if you're going to share through a certain platform, you need to enter your details and log in to be able to share it. However, you copy a link, you can paste it wherever. You can paste it on WhatsApp, on Instagram, or on Snapchat, whatever platform. All right, moving on. Click on back to store to be able to go back to the home page and, search through things. You can also browse certain things. And actually, there is something interesting that I believe will help us out. All right, when you're back to this page, of course, you can find items, certain items, let's say, which is the interesting part, by the way. Let's say you liked an item and you added it to your favorites, and well, you want to find the favorites again. All you have to do is type favorites in this search bar, and all your favorite items, they will pop up so that you'll be able to check them out. Not only is it convenient, but it actually saves a lot of time. Now that you think about it, you will be able to add many products to your favorites and maybe purchase them whenever you feel like you can. You can, instead of like searching for it everywhere, type it, you find the product, easy breezy, super easy. You just don't have to waste any time. Now, of course, you can find something to help you out. For example, at the top, you have view cart, view favorites, and all the things that you might need. Now, let's talk more about the checkout process. And I think this is a very important process where you need to know a lot of details and, how to get done with it. Now, something important, when you view your you need to make sure that you selected the items you need, and remember, very important to check the quantity. You might have ordered more than, like the amount you need. You might have slipped by mistake or something. So it's very important that you check through before performing the payment process. Alright, next you can proceed to checkout and you can select the payment method, the delivery method, and you can also select, don't forget, to enter the address. It's really important. Now, it's very important to mention that there are different types of delivery. There is standard delivery, express delivery, overnight, and store pickup. Now, for store pickup and standard delivery, you don't have to pay extra charge, but for express and overnight, you have to pay, and you need to actually be fully aware of that, because sometimes you get, puzzled. How am I paying extra, or am I getting scammed? No, it's really important that you look through whatever you're doing, the process, the details, the extra charge you're going to pay. Alright, moving on, we enter the details of the address, the city, the zip code, and then you can perform your checkout. Let me tell you more about the checkout process. First, you click on the Apple Pay checkout, of course, depending on the method. If you pick cash on delivery, it's different. However, let's say you picked Apple Pay checkout button from the cart page, and then you need to log in or sign up through Apple Pay to continue the payment process. Complete the payment process by following the provided instructions. Please make sure to read through the instructions carefully. And once payment is successful, you will receive an order confirmation, just like a small pop-up at the top of your screen. Now, of course, you can track your order. You have your order number, and you actually can check the total amount. You can check through the process of it being under processing, shipping, and finally delivered. And it's actually such a nice, feature, because every customer and every user would like to feel, that sort of trust, when they're connected, they can track their order, they can know where their shipment is, when it's going to get shipped, when it's going to get delivered, and so on. It's really, really amazing, to be honest. Now, let me tell you something actually really interesting and mind-blowing, is that you can actually share the details of your order, and you can share it via whatever platform you like with whoever you like. And just in case you'll not be able to, for example, let's say you're traveling, you're just busy, someone else could track the order, and will be also in close connection with the details of your shipment. You can share it also, through emails, and I just think this is such a nice feature. Now, let's go back to the homepage, and this time, let's look into something new. Okay, let me show you a feature. I think it's one of my favorite features, and that is editing your search results. Let's say I'm on budget. I cannot afford high priced products. I can actually pick prices from low to high, high to low, or a default. Now, this is such a nice feature because you don't have to keep searching through, I need an affordable one. No, in just a click, you get what you need from low to high, high to low. Yeah, that will really help you to manage your spendings. Now there's a logout button which will take you back to the screen, to the welcome screen, where you have the login option and sign up option. Alright, this is the end of this video. I hate to say bye, but I really enjoyed making this video, and I hope it's such an easy, simple, and beneficial video where we get to learn how to use these websites in the most convenient way and to save a lot of our time. Thank you for watching.